Okay, good morning. It is Thursday, July 29th, 2010, and I am about to take off on the next step of my adventure that is now my life. My life is now the adventure. I'm going to pick up a trailer. I have decided to let everything, including the house, go and reduce myself down to the simplest form of existence that I can manage at this time. I'm really trying to find a new way to be in the world, and so this is the next step for me. Okay, I just got back a few minutes ago. It's been over 6 hours. So needless to say, there are a little literal and figuratively or metaphoric bumps along the way. I've spent most of the 6 hours, or at least 5 of that, sloshing around in horse manure, dog poop, and people stuff. I made it up the hill barely, and it was actually pretty easy to get it down the windy road, and I'm only about halfway in the driveway right now. So I have to go recruit somebody to help me get it all the way in the driveway or on the deck and figure out how to get it unhooked, because I don't know how to unhook it. So it's been quite an adventure. I have to tell you, I'm totally exhausted, but I wanted to get this recorded. So, oh, the dog is here. So glad I didn't take him with me. There were lots of dogs there, so it would have been bad. I wanted to get this recorded, so I will give you pictures and updates as soon as I can. Same town, 'cause we've been told that's the way our world goes round. So this is a really emotional episode for me, and as you can see, you've taken a bit of a flashback into my past, and there is no way in this universe I can show you everything I've recorded in all my different steps. But I was going through my old video the other day. I keep it on a hard drive, and I think it's the first time I've looked at it on that hard drive since I put it on there a million years ago. And I wanted to capture this moment because it's repeating itself, of this getting ready to move forward into this next leg. And I'm doing it in lots of different ways. I'm doing it in the vlog, and I'm just doing random videos, and I'm going to start organizing it, or I'm going to try, famous last words, into this one woman restoration project for 2020. And when I left in 2011, I had this really clear picture, what I wanted my life to be about. And day in, day out, it's the same road we're walking down. Same job, same town, 'cause we've been told that's the way our world goes round. Walking on the grounds we've always known, stepping on the footprints in the snow. But when it melts, the other ways will show. We're gonna make the footsteps on our own. That life can wait, just for a while. Okay, so that was me showing you my scary little trailer. I have to tell you that there's a fly in here, so I can't catch him, so we might have an additional star in our broadcast. So sorry if he goes flying by. But it's in pretty bad shape. I've really pulled a lot apart, so it actually looks a lot worse than when I got it. But I just wanted to say hello, and I'm on my way down the hill, starting this new adventure. And I just really hope it goes okay, which I know it will, because that's the way things work. The irony is I really found it. I wanted to be, off-grid or on a farm or a ranch, and I wanted to, grow my own food, and I wanted to have community, and I found variations of all those things. Even, my big fantasy was to live on a sheep farm. And I found, if you remember McLeod's Daughters from Australia, I had this fantasy of being on a sheep farm with women and, really getting into this clicked community. And nothing could have been further from the truth, is that none of that unfolded in the way that I thought it would. I had all the experiences, but it didn't connect with me, with what was going on inside of me. And
day in, day out, it's the same road we're walking down, same job, same town, 'cause we've been told that's the way our world goes round. Walking on the grounds we've always known, stepping on the footprints in the snow, but when it melts the other ways will show. We're gonna make the footsteps on our own. That life can wait just for a while. That life can wait, so take that aside and just go on. Let's go back and find out, is this the life we dreamt about? It may seem far out, but there's that little bit of doubt. Walking on the grounds we've always known, stepping on the footprints in the snow, but when it melts the other ways will show.
And so then I've been, kind of in this one place in Mountain Air on this one property with the cows for a really long time. And in that time, it really was all about the changes that were going on within me. Because if any of you have traveled, you know that when things are chaotic on the outside, it's extremely difficult to do the work within. So you need active periods and then calm periods, and then active periods and then calm periods. And I feel like I'm back on the precipice, like I'm showing you in these old interviews, that, I'm getting ready to pack it all up and hit the road and try again to find, which version of the daring adventure I want to move forward into. But it's really different this time because none of this went the way I thought it was going to. So it's my last official day in the house, and I had my last night's sleep, my last morning session, and today I move away. And it's mixed feelings, but the thing amidst the panic attacks at 3 a.m. that I tried to remember, or I tried to remind myself this morning, and that I hope we all can remember as the world is just changing so rapidly, is that my house is not my home. And so soon I take off, and I just wanted to document this last day and say goodbye to my beautiful mountains. So we're looking at our mountains. This is my view every morning. So it's going to be really different not seeing this. I've been really blessed with a beautiful, beautiful life. But more to come. I had, like I said, I had this clear picture. I knew, where I wanted to go. I knew how I wanted to live. And I only thought it was going to last a year. And I had no idea I would stay in the trailer this long, the white trailer, because I only kind of fixed it up to hold together for a year. And it is not as clean and shiny as it is in those pictures anymore. And, I just never thought it would be like this. I'm like, I wish I could wash my hair so I didn't have this weird bump in the video today, but I can't do it until later. And, who knew I'd be living in a world where I have to plan, days in advance just to get my hair washed. And at the same time, I have come to love so much about the simplistic kind of I wouldn't call it rural, but more, I call it living in the dirt lifestyle, because it's just awakened something in me. And I've tried to really share that in a way that makes sense. And I don't think I've done a very good job of it, but we still have plenty of time left in the world to work on that. But I just wanted to hallmark this moment. I'm really calling this idea, One Woman Restoration, as my project for health, home, and community. I've shared with you, I really want to work on these ideas of myself. I want this year to be a transition period into what's simple, what's beautiful, and what's wild. And that is, for my health, for my home, and possibly for a new community. And I don't expect the year to magically unfold. That's sort of the difference between reality TV that is created for you and reality vlogging, which is created as you go, because you have zero control over the outcome of all of this. And that makes this process really difficult to document, because I launch into it with one idea, and then that doesn't come to fruition, and then this one doesn't work out, and that one doesn't work out, and I'm like, I don't want to make another video about what didn't work out. But this is what real life is. Life is long chunks of waiting for what you think that next step is going to be, and you can collapse it, like, almost 2 years of video into this one little section and think, wow, I just did all this stuff. But in the moment, it doesn't feel fast. It feels, slowly evolving. And I just feel like there's so much new and different within me. I want that external world to match it, but I don't know if that's what's next for me. I've been really frustrated the last couple of months not being able to push all this faster. I've known since June, I need to get out of here. And I can't believe it's November. And I'm like, how does that happen? But that is the way this process unfolds. And so I really like the word restore. It comes from renew, rebuild, revitalize, to rest. It is a whole, to me, emergence of an energy that isn't about finding something new, but it's restoring who and what we're meant to be. And
We're gonna make the footsteps on the road. That life can wait just for a while. That life can wait. So take that aside and just go.
It's been a really long journey, and that's just a tiny little fraction of the video and the experiences. But I can also see their changes. My one great regret in all this is I have not taken sequential pictures of all the different colors that my hair has been, because I think that would have been very funny had I done that on a regular basis for the last 10 years or whatever. So there's been changes, and there's been changes, in lifestyle. But I just wanted to share this with you and give you a little glimpse into what was as we get ready for what will be. And this is my 2020 One Woman Restoration Project for health, home, and community, to see how simple, beautiful, and wild I can live and be. And I'm inviting you not just to watch me, but to join me as we really look at all these different tiny things that we can do to restore what I believe is our original blueprint, our most authentic design of who we are meant to be as human. And I think that brings everything together. I think that's the aging issue. I think it's the health issue. I think it's the loneliness issue. I think it's the survival issue. There isn't anything that I can name that I haven't talked about, from the earth catastrophe to aging to prepping to survival to mental health and physical health, and all of these things, they all crystallize under this umbrella of human restoration, of restoring who we are meant to be. And that is what we're looking at here in all its different formats. And, I've spent the last year working on the health part with Primal Human Training, and now I'm ready to move into the home and the community part. So Fingers crossed. We're going to take a deep breath. Links below. Subscribe if you want to follow, and I will see you next time.